As I started everybody's engines, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted the fact that the canola is actually ready. So yeah, we appear to need to. So it's not got a water tap. It's not. No, I didn't put one next for every one, but it is actually still working. So it appears we need to like get motoring. So I ought to check the rest because that's caught me on the hop a little bit, really. Yeah, I was forgetting about. Yeah, so just field 90. Everything else is actually well not ready at all. Very light green. So it is just canola. So it is with great pleasure that we are going to get JHHG. Now I believe actually that the header for this is down at the store. And we just so happen, this is so loud, so loud. It just so happens that we have a couple of tractors down there, so I think we'll grab the stayer. Yeah, let's grab the stayer and bring it back. And let's grab you and yeah, get ready to do the daily test. Now I'm going to do what I said. This is getting big enough now that we really need to do a bit of a time lapse in the morning so that the sessions are not too long and I can squeeze probably a couple of months in instead of just the one. So right, okay, let's if I can get hold of anybody. Oh, all right then. Okay, being as I couldn't see this day, let's grab the fence. No, we've got enough fence. No. Come on, this is the. Yeah, I don't get this very often actually. It's a nice tractor. Right, so then let's grab the big header. And oh, of course, somebody's put that header in the way. The shop has. Like, you know, I'm not blaming. I'm not taking the blame for that. No, that's nothing to do with me. Mr. Critical. It's, right, okay, let's get this done. Right, okay then. It is true, there is one thing that it's sort of the way that I suppose, yeah, I've always known as a customer of Giant Software that Giants were like not, you know, I never got the impression they're like very nice, and that's really with the comments I've received and with what JM Gaming said, which, as I said, sort of put the fear of God on me, as they say, where I was like, are they really that unreasonable? And then I obviously thought, well, obviously they are, or JM Gaming wouldn't have sort of like warned you that you could be banned. That's obviously something that could happen. And I'm like, well, and that should need any repairing. We repaired it last session, so that needs repairing. Then something's terribly wrong. Oh, okay. I didn't expect it to quite crack around like that far, but it is a big thing. So I suppose maybe I should have expected that. Yeah, it's a monster. Is it no, it's 16 meter. The Lizard Titans are 16 meter. Yeah, no, I have started, no, more than started to work on the header, but I'm not sure it's lost all its, so I'm going to need to like grab another header and look at where every single little tiny pointer is, or do it all over again and be very careful. It's when you like move things around, all of a sudden it loses all its positions and it's a nightmare. You got to do every single. I was spending sometimes with like my knowledge where, you know, you think, well, I think that goes there and I think that goes there, but like that's not the same as it does. The wheels won't pop and it's going to be we'll have a look in a minute actually. I don't think the wheels will be there at all. Tates, I think they'll be ready I don't know, they didn't look like they were going to be ready tomorrow. They looked a little bit light green to me. But it's funny, some crops like just suddenly pop. This is not going to take that JHHG very long at all to whiz around that field of canola. It really isn't. No, I've got to be careful because this is like I've got to go pull really wide and then like hook back in without grabbing that car, which is just sitting there to make things difficult for me. And I've definitely caught it. Definitely. Not sure that's wide enough. This is a monster. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of that. I don't think I can avoid it. And I need to go a little bit not quite so wide. And now I'm going to catch the left. So I need to like go left start pulling right almost instantly so that I do avoid the left-hand post. And I don't think I will because it's just that long. Yeah, you can only do your best. There's going to be a bit of scrunching. Oh, you didn't actually. You scrunch more, trying to overcompensate, which is, again, usually the case. Right, okay, oh, let's be careful. There's probably like a no, you've now scrunched the post. Right, so now let's try that without. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I can't really, I couldn't win with that because I'm scrunching that on the left and the right now. You've got to go back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch traffic off because in real life, there's no plonker in this world would sit there and like make you. I mean, yeah, it's traffic, isn't it? It is traffic. It's the way that it's programmed to be ultra annoying, right? So then now we can push back a little bit more. Then we're going to go tight. Then now it's never going to work. Yeah. Because it's scrunching well on the left, but you've got to like not hit the right as well. Oh, well, it did work. No, we do not want. We need to sort of do the same again. We need to like pull wide. But remember, it's very long on this little header, which is, it's got to be in a way. But you got to like then pull very far because and it's going to scrunch on the left again. This is one of those things that's seemingly is a little bit of a nightmare. Now then, can we? No, we've got to like drag it all the way. Luckily, we have got sort of quite a good. I mean, I've got to be honest. This is something that I really will say about Cavalier Roy. He is very good at that. I mean, I'm not saying there's not a single field ever that you. But he does think about it. There's usually a way for you to stick. I mean, this is an unreasonable header. 16 meter. It's a monster, and you can't ever if. I know that if I bring this, if anything goes wrong, it's my own silly fault. I do know that because you cannot expect a map maker to make allowances for a monster like this. I mean, Lady Hill, that would have laughed its head off at me trying to grab a 16 meter in through the Lady Hill gates. It's just was never going to happen. Yeah, so can't remember what size headers we did have. I don't think, yeah, these were quite a late thing, weren't they, this particular type of header? I would say if we just level off. Oh no, we're going to need to reverse as well. Without, yeah, and without grabbing the canola as well. There's no room. Well, you choose a 16 meter header. Oh, it seemed such a good idea at the time. I was totally not thinking about I've still not flipped that BI industry thing. Do you know? This one's hard to find, actually. It doesn't just say, yeah, I'm getting errors due to this. There must be something where I left it where it said olives and grapes. Obviously, it wasn't olives and grapes, and I ripped the grapes off. And I keep getting an error. In fact, I probably could show you. Oh, it's gone away. Okay. Well, there you go. It probably wouldn't go away if I showed the... So we're finally going to get to use this. Right, scrub JHGs, which is another beast of a machine for this type of map. It is... But it is a gorgeous bit of kit. Yeah, I'm not having a go. Can we have a folding pipe for this? I think we can afford it. I'd like to order another part. I was gonna take this out, the workshop thingy, but I thought, well, instead of just treat it as it's stable, because although you can move it, you need like solid tines, and I don't buy solid tines. They always have the ethereal ones. Well, this is never made for the ethereal. It won't let you move it if you try to. What I thought we were doing, customizing. Talk about right. So we've got the right one of those. Can we have pipe? That's an extender. can we go 7.9? It's not as long, but it is foldable. Is it long enough? We'll try it. It's quite a lot of cash, but I mean, relatively speaking, the start from scratch room is like now having a dicky fit, and like as if to say Gordon Bennett just spent 15 grand and it might not actually work. Yeah, this is true. I'm not sure that that's going to go past the big header, but then again, I'm used to dropping headers for all my life. Look at the honey. Well, it's not. The one thing I've got to say in my defence here, that I've really given a lot of thought to where that goes, and it goes right next to the very place. That's the only time I've ever placed that correctly, which is right next to the dairy. So, note to self, that's the way to do it in the future. Right next to the dairy, then you haven't got to shift it. Ideally, it'd be nice to place it on the grate of the dairy. But I don't think the game would let me do that. No, that would be actually a step too far. Sort of good, but not sort of good. Yeah, we did go a little mad, and I think we've got more honey beehives on this. Bearing in mind that each one is 4. Let's just count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 quadruple ones. So 4 9s by my reckoning are 36, and they're still big. They've like 4 big hives, so that's 36 beehives. So do I apologise for having a lot of honey? Not really. No. Let's fold that away. Oh, no. That is right in the way. We're going to need the tractor, the stayer, to earn its keep again. I'm not sure it can sneak past. There's not a lot of room. Actually, it's that side. Yeah, we need the HHGs to pull back a little. If there's room, and he's like right against the little tiny. Oh, in fact, he's in the little tiny silo. Oh, he's going for it. Yeah, this is. I've got to put some collisions. I think that's got collisions though. Yeah, it has, just not quite in the right place. They're a little bit deeper in, so that needs extending a little. Yeah, this is one of those things I did very early on and never did. Some of the things are a bit naughty, and I ever like gone back and fixed it. So again, things like this are like notes to self that you need to. The model on that likewise has not got collisions, as you could see. It has got collisions where like things go in it, but they're not really collisions, not per se. You don't call them collisions. It's got a storage, a fill limit where the it declares. Yeah, let's pull a bit tighter. Yeah, the sort of fill limit. It's got a shape, and which is hard to master. For the stuff to go in, and it obeys the shape. So like whatever you put in it will listen to what you've like declared as the storage limit. Fill. What's its proper name? I'm still going to clock that. Yeah, because I've left it. There's too much in every single way. I could, if I could pull to the left, I could like do the hook around trick. Or I might be able to. Oh, I put the stayer right in the way where I need to be now. That's just typical. Still, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Let's just. Oh, okay. Well, that's one way to turn around quickly. Hit the greenhouse, which would have shattered in real life. Yes, if we there's fertilizer as well trying to scupper me too. You can't really get tight enough, can you? Yeah, there is ways you can do the hook around trick, but I can't really get close enough. And the pipe also would smash the wind. Oh no, actually it's higher than you think. So really, we want to be going as close to that, like level out, and then hook that around the corner very, very slowly. Wheels are touching the wood, which has got a collision. Speed is also part of this. Yeah, the slower you go when you're steering, the more you turn. It is and we all of us usually drive way too fast, and then you turn in circles terrible. So there you go. That's how to do it. And speed is part of it. Right, so then, field 90. It's about... Are we going to... No, we can't do everything. We've got animals to do. Yeah, I'm not a one-man army. Right, field 90. Well, I don't think... We've never had this before, so we need to, like... Right, so field 90. It is 16 metres, I agree. No, ooh, it's the last thing I used on this. That's not far off, actually. Three headlands is, as a rule of thumb, not a bad idea. It's half the field. So, save course, 16 metres. While we're here, just check. I think I will have done this, but yeah, I have. Yeah, definitely. Right, so then first... is it? Oh, it is too. It is quite close, so that should be all right. Right, it's got self-unloads. And let's grab that. And let's sort of go halfway. We're going to get... Oh, my life. Whoa. Oh, no, got the other one. I saw the 44 tonner. Yeah, we'll leave this here. It's not bad. It's got two choices then. This one and the other one. And we've got the Caterpillar. I keep calling it... I don't know why I'm doing that. Why am I calling that a Caterpillar? I know it's a class. It's because it is that kind of, like, shape. It's not because it's... Yeah, it's... I don't know why as well, because I don't even... I know there is a manufacturer called Cat, isn't there? That's what I'm thinking. But I'm not that. It's because it's got... Yeah, that is true. It's because... There was something called Caterpillar and it had this type of things, and that's what in my head I've got, like, Caterpillar as the name of the actual tracks. Yeah. Weird. No, don't ask me. I have no idea where that one came from. The human psyche is a mystery even to myself. Most especially. So we should have straw. We have indeed got straw. So I think it's time-lapse time. Let's get those animals fed. Right, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Gotta be honest, these are the tractors that they're very good for this particular purpose. Almost the perfect tractor. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking the John Deere could be a better like yard tractor than it is, and it's just sitting there like doing nothing. And I've got the McCormick, which is a really capable tractor doing a job that which is sort of beneath it in a way. Yeah, I don't mean obviously, every tractor can. I know we use even a fence in every position, but what I mean is, I don't think I'd just go past them all. No, it's like in the middle. It's a bit of a strange. You have to get past this, and then you start to get to the straw for the pigs. I noticed that was getting a bit low. So how is out? Yeah, I bet I feel this. I bet the harvest is like going. Yeah, I'm ready. All my life, Mr. Smith strikes again. How did you know it was going to do that at that precise moment? You would not even see it on the minimap. Well, it's as I said, it's weird, isn't it? We've all got these like things, and it does happen a bit too often for me to pretend that it doesn't. It's true, it does. Now this is I'm not sure where this can go. I don't think. No, we'll leave a tractor. There's too many like twists and turns. I am tempted to sort of like put a bit of a shed down for it to pull into, but I'm sort of afraid it will get in the way of mine. Not if you go in the middle. It's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, you do have them occasionally. So let's do a block of concrete. Yeah, concrete pebbles, I like those. It's freezing in my room today. Gordon Bennett, it's gone like the winter in Great Britain. It's like really cold today. I've got a day off, which is really nice. Yeah, not to have to like rush off to work. It's my last one. I had like a bank of 3 because I was covering for so long because I'd got like colleagues, and I didn't have a single sick day or anything like that. And like I could feel it. It didn't help. That's not too terrible. Now I think we're going to need the really long. My shed is perfect for this particular type of thing, actually. Yeah, well, actually, I designed this because there was not one like it in the game. A simple shed, as it's missing store item. Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's not actually giant. So you stuffed it up with your special software to make pictures, and now I've got half my things. Yeah, that. Well, actually, has got the. No, that's the icon. Yeah, not the store. Yeah, I did it the Giants way, and that's the thanks I get. Should have done it myself. Right, okay, it's still not long enough. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if my if the solar panels are actually working. So we could really go to the edge of the field because the chance of something clocking that. So we go sort of central. Now I'm not going to see how these are placing now because I did have them. They were making a lump. No, you've done it right. Even your concrete, it's all by design. That only the tiny bit of concrete's not quite long enough now. Yeah, I tweaked it again a few days ago, so I thought it's not quite long enough. Yeah, it is. It's got a very small footprint on purpose. Some of my favourite sheds, you like go, you don't own the land, and I'm like, oh, Gordon Bennett, that old chestnut. So it's got such a tiny little skirt. Now, it probably won't pass testing, but really, this sort of thing should be a thing. So so if this giant's... No, don't say that word. No. Even though it probably is true, that's not really the point. Right, we can actually do this ourselves now. And we could even leave the harvester there. Is there enough... It's not a very good... way to get to it though, is there? If we're going to do that, we're going to have to steal a bit off the edge of this field. Yeah, a little tiny bit, I would say. We could also put that harvester away as well. Right, okay, yeah, it'll work. I think if we move that harvester out of the way, it'll be fine. Don't need, maybe if you're going to do it, yeah, if we're going to do it properly, perhaps. It's true. Oh, I thought it was that little thing there. Oh, so it's already got a hitch. And I've given it another hitch, and it's choosing to ignore the expensive hitch that I paid money for, and it's using the standard hitch that comes with it. Well, that's a bit... Yeah, so really... Now, this is the true test of this, because I've made it higher and higher and higher, deliberately, sometimes for something like this. Well, I would say, yeah, there was no collisions on the metal poles. Yeah, so I could go through them, but I'm going to try not to. Because it then detracts a little bit from the realism. Yeah, so obviously physics is alright as well. They are supported, unlike the one that I think Giants made themselves, which would make no sense in the real universe because it would collapse. But the mine has actually observing real physics, and yeah. And it has now, being as I made it from stone, it's got thickness. Yeah. Yeah, I could have... Yeah, now this is where my way is a little different to Giants, because if they did this, they would show that going around there as well, whereas mine's like got a strange sort of thing. It's because it's like layers, you could say, of that in that, so therefore it looks strange. But you know, I can live with that. But I don't know whether Giants would say that was not passable for like, yeah, I'm quite sure they probably would say that. Right, anyway, let's grab that. And how much did we get? I think we've pretty much filled this, not this one, the other one. I noticed it was in there. So we're not really terribly far away. Did we think about that? Was that a conscious decision that we put the canola right next to the oil thing so we didn't have far to go? No, I cannot take credit for that. That was a fluke. Although it is true, it is, if you can, a bit like the honey. Although it did get in the way a bit. Why is that not dumping? We can dump it, so why is it not? Now, if it gets a dump mark, it means it knows it can go in there. Have I forgot to put canola? No, it says it can go in. It does say. So, how can I have forgotten? Oh, my life, I haven't. I can say. And there's absolutely no in there at all. So I must be on the edge of the... Yeah, must be not quite... Well, that looks fairly central to me. Wow. Okay, well that's a bit... The fact that it says dump means that obviously it knows it's got it in the storage and it should go, so I don't know what that's about. It could be... Oh, I don't know. I'll have to check. Yeah, that's a bit... No, I've moved the grates, but everything's moved properly to where it should be. Now this should be quite alright. We've dumped lots of things in, but I have moved things around a little bit, but only moved the position in the... Yeah, so that's a bit odd. Right, so we now need to tell the field silo to shift the canola. It shouldn't need to do this. Right, I'm going to have a look at that later, the oil factory, and see what that's about. Another job. As well as finding this greenhouse and actually twisting its thing around. Note to self, do not forget this time. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I have to put a few special things. No, iron is actually... No, it's part of the game now, but it doesn't appear on all maps. Some map makers, when they choose... See, you've got standard field types, like these. Now, they're, you know, so far established in the game that they will appear on any map. But if a map maker chooses... I'm sure Giants have changed the symbols on these. That canola's different. Yeah, I like it. And I did notice the wood chips have changed a little. Either that or a mod has done something and actually they've, you know, done an icon set and I've loaded it, and that's more likely, if I'm honest. No, let's not be that. Giants do things like that occasionally, but it is very occasionally. And I've got to be honest, in their defense, there are some things that I quite like. Some of the little tiny tweaks I have noticed, and I think, ooh, Giants have been busy with that. That's actually not a bad... Yeah, so they're not all that. So that has literally taken almost all of that. We can just about squeeze this under that very... That's my big shed. I might actually do a huge shed that's even longer. I think there's a need. As I'm sort of going through the Let's Plays, I'm like sort of thinking, yeah, there is need for a small one. You know, like it just fits into sort of tight spots. I might actually go with this mod as my first one because it's simple. Not only simple, I might hide the solar panels though, because I don't think Giants are like free solar panels. That they really, I can't see them accepting that anytime soon. Now this got a bit of a lump at the back, so it can't go as far back as you think. This has got, let's just test for collisions. I'm sure, yeah, no, that's solid. Solid as a rock. Let's just make sure I'm not going into this, because if we're thinking about, oh no, that's spot on. Oh my life, you've really done that amazingly good. Wow, for you. Cool. Yeah, no, it just about goes under. And again, you're never going to get a shed that suits everything. It's not going to happen. Just look away. I've just got to like, yeah. Oh, only got one tuft. Right, so canola oil. Did we switch it on inside the actual thing because we were that worried about? Yeah, no, we didn't. See, and that's what I'm saying. So we want, yeah, let's do that on spawn too. Let's get everything on spawn. We never did do the rice thing, did we? We've got a lot going on. Should we do it? I think we should. Have we got room? We can stick another greenhouse. The other thing is, a wise person would be like sticking the water tanker in the... yeah, something I've started to realise. Obviously, with being a fortunate person and having productions all along where no one else has, there are advantages. I can use it as a water distributor. So that's not a bad idea. Then it can distribute water all day long to all of our productions, and we will never be out of water. I like the idea of this. Yeah, no, it's nothing. So I think that's probably not a terrible idea. It's just nice and, yeah, maybe a bit too... Right, okay, let's stick... Oh, that is actually... I saw the water going out the corner of my eye. So let's stick the tap right over at the back. Yeah, it's true. I obviously, when you get the opportunity to mod, at that point you sort of start to think, well, I was not going to touch sheds, not at all. But then, as the time was going, there's lots of beautiful sheds, really nice. But it was still, I was like, yeah, but I've not got one. They've all got big skirts, or, you know, I want one deliberately, which is for tight spots where you can do it right against the hedge. Because all of them have got such big skirts because everyone's doing it Giant's way. And I'm like, yeah, but that's the trouble. But it does show that it is flawed. Right, okay, so we're going to let's... would want the mover. We're going to leave the straw on and we'll do that next session. It ain't going nowhere and it doesn't disappear. I've tested this. So I would say that the super... I hope that does actually class as fertilised 150% and it doesn't forget that we fertilised it. I'm a bit worried. What was in there? I can't remember now. Oh, wow, we got big sunflowers. We're going to make an awful lot of diesel. Yeah, we are. Fantastic. Right, so then, yeah, we're going to do some trees then. Yeah. That should well and truly fill that. We need to put the water on going there, don't we? No point having a water distributor if you don't tell the water to distribute, because it's like totally pointless. Totally pointless. Water. Distribute. Fantastic. So we should now not have a... oh. No, we knew the canola was in there. We had to put it in. Yeah, sometimes. Catch up, Mr. Smith. Gordon Bennett, man. Right, okay, let's get... We're going to, like, time-lapse it, what, for about 5 trees? No, I think we'll be alright. Yeah, we need to grab the mover. We'll grab the straw another session, but we'll grab the wood chips and put this down, because I've threatened it about at least 2 or 3 times. I mean, let's be honest, we're very production rich, very rich. So is there any reason to think, oh, well, I won't be bothered. I won't do a rice greenhouse because I'm already doing well enough. It's not about that, is it? It's about doing your bestest. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it is true, office politics come into it. Why does every modder do the skirty things? Am I going to get told off for not doing the skirty things? I would say so. Yeah, I would say that giants are going to go, ooh, your skirt is a little bit small. And I'm going to like say, well, it's not in your guides. So, no, I'm not, because they probably will ban me straight away. No, it's true. Yeah, I'm going to be donning my hat and being respectful. Well, I'm not trying to cause trouble. I'm just trying to make a good modder. But it's true. It's very simple. I might well go with it. But I think I might hide the... yes, I don't think they'll like the free... Oh, yeah, the red disappears a little bit too often. You know, like... Right, I think maybe a little bit more. I don't think we've gone long enough. There's more trees here than you think. Japanese Zelkova. Can't remember seeing any of these in Great Britain. An American elm. Again, not a common tree that I would have thought. Although I've got to be honest, there are a lot of trees in Great Britain. Yeah, there's a lot of people, botanical people who brought things in, and it's not just like oaks or anything like that. So I think... no, we missed one. I think that we might need some more, but we should test this. We'll grab the mover. I think that is it. It's just these little bushy things are right in the way. I think a little bit more, because you want a bit of room at the end as well. I know that the harvest could go, you know, like, but it may as well go with the header. Let's grow. We are 3/4 of the way up the field now. We're doing this. It's just such a cracking bit of land. You know, just is that usable? Did we ever sell the wood chips that first year? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. What have we found? Oh, not as good as last time, but I don't expect it to be. That is amazing. Right, that was a quick find as well, that one. Yeah, 45,000 standard. And window tint standard exhaust. And yeah, I like the Colossus colours. So we now have 2 of those now. Have we got 2 headers? Because I know we have got 2 headers. I'm just not sure. I think one of them's vegetables. We looked last time, didn't we? So we were going to do vegetables, weren't we? But we then went to potatoes instead. In a big way. So we've got a vegetable header. Yeah, we've only got 1 potato header. Right. Forage collect unrealistic, which is not, yeah. Oh, that's a vegetable header. That's it. I knew we'd got one. Right, so we need to order another potato header, and this might not be here in time. I realise that. We could always lease one if it's not, but I'm not expecting this to like land anytime soon. So we want in potato technology. I would have thought it should be there. What? Oh, it's 90 miles an hour. That's, yeah. No, we want it proper. I want it proper. Don't want it unrealistic. I'm glad they've given you the option and not forced it upon you. Let's make this brown for potatoes. Yeah, then it's obvious just by looking at it from a distance that actually... Oh, no. What? No, I'm trying to use this. I'm trying to train myself because it adds that random factor. So, yeah, last one. I think that's enough. I really do. I think we're close to bees as well. Yeah, we are. So we'll probably... Let's take it... Just leave that one tree next to the bees. Let's behave. Right, one more. That's it. Oh, okay, that's a bit making that a bit uneven. Let's just level it off so that we're about in the right place. And as far as I'm concerned, I think we've taken enough trees. We have not ever planted any, have we? But this is sort of clearance for the... yeah, where is the mover? I think it's down behind one of the sheds. Like down at the back or the front. Are you there? No, we abandoned the Pilates there, didn't we? Where did we put the mover? I know it's not too far away. I think it's back... I'm sure it's in the yard now. I think we... It looks like a tractor. There we go. Wood chips as well, 7,000 litres. So, again, we'd forgotten. Yeah, we probably... No, I bet you we've got a lot of wood chips. Bet you any money we have. But I've never sold them. I vaguely think we did. No, it's alright. We're wasting time. Let's grab that. We were doing one straw for the pigs as well. As we're passing, let's do the more important jobs. So we've done the slurry run. And there's more slurry. So, yeah, we've sort of hammered the manure now to the point that, yeah, let's go forwards. Yeah, it really is a gorgeous tractor for this kind of work. It's sort of like made for this kind of task. It's something I should try and remember. Because they do come up in the sales a lot. So, yeah, can have one for, well, your typical... I'll say this now, and every single time I go on a new Let's Play, it won't ever pop anymore. Yeah, we need to grab the goat milk as well. The list is getting longer. We could go this way. Yeah, the only thing is obviously a little bit slow, but for this kind of fine control on, like, reversing and all the rest of it, they are fantastic. So I nearly did as my ass. I just haven't done the chickens, but it's already very busy. Right, yeah, we'll need to shift you out of the way. Now have we not... Oh no, its storage is only... Yeah, but it does multiple products of storage, 47,000 litres. Not sure it would in real life, but... So what I'm saying is, has it got a straw in it already? Have I already called for it? A little. But it might not have called for it, it just does it anyway. Yeah, they're helpful little critters, but they're so helpful that they're not helpful, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Production silos. Now, I realise also that menu is in the caption area of that, and this is something I was talking to Kevin about a long time ago. You can't really control it. It's part of the game. So I don't know whether it's done on purpose, but if you put a little silo like that opposite that's quite a long way away. I would have thought it was right next to it. I could understand, but that is like... Yeah, it's quite a way, really. Right, so that's that done. Let's grab the... I was thinking that we might do 2 months, but I'm not sure we will now. Mind you, we did do the field as well. I mean, admittedly, we have got to... Oh, I've lost me. Move it. I should be right there. Yeah. I know we was going to grab the... One thing at a time. Let's grab the wood chips. Let's stick this down. And if that's where, as far as we get, then... It is what it is. We'll just do more sessions. Yeah, I've pulled out of Daheem with great regret, but I was having so many issues with the map, and only with Daheem, that I've had to pull out. Right, we don't want this on just yet, or we're going to grab straw and lose 7,000, which is quite a bit of cash. Certainly not enough, like to warrant throwing it away and grabbing straw instead. And there's a lot of, yeah, there is a lot of wood chips here as well. Wow, yeah, there is. Some monster trees. Yeah, obviously my golden rule has always been like 2 for 1 trees. I wouldn't mind having a go at converting the hand plant saplings, because no one's done it yet. So I might go on the mods up and grab it and see how difficult it would be to convert it. Well, actually not convert, but actually to make one myself. Oh no, let's switch it off again. We don't want to swap it for straw. I love this. It's sort of like three-dimensionally, like a lot more. It goes over things quite well. It's quite special. I loved it. I did this a lot on Lady Hill, but going over the hedges, it really is cool. Yeah, I used to go over all the hedges on Lady Hill and like go to the nearest silo. It was quite. I used to love it. Because obviously normally for a normal unload it's not easy. You gotta go through these little thin narrow gates, and I switched it off as well. But on with this I just like leant over the hedge and did away with that. I really love using this for straw and that, because if you've got a central silo, which I did at Lady Hill, I put it in the middle of about 4 fields. I've had a couple. I've often done that because, again, it's location, location, location. As I always say, as my geography teacher very wisely told me when I was a very young man, it is location. I think that's it. Yeah. Just make sure there's no little hidden piles in this section. I think we're alright. Right, we are. Switch it off because I don't want to be growing straw. Even though it's only 841 litres. Don't want to be wasted. So next session, I will get busy with the straw. That's quite a wide catchment, actually. I can see why that... so it might be that the dump is a bit narrow on that, then. It shouldn't be, though. I've made it all the same size as the grate, and that's quite large. So it could be height. They're a bit funny about height. All of them. But it looks as flat as a pancake. Right, anyway, let's not worry about the plants either, because it should get rid of most of them. So we're looking for the rice greenhouse. Now, I'm not sure. I think we should have 2 rice greenhouses. One that's just like long grain, and then one that's both. Yeah, I did it a few days ago because I originally... Oh, coffee. Yeah, well, a greenhouse can grow anywhere. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I'd like to have a go, actually. Garden plots, hydroponics, greenhouse large, boiling. I'm under 17. Why are you looking at those? Because no one else has done this particular thing. Olive and grape, crisp veg, olive and grape, cotton and poplars. It's a project. It works, but you don't see any graphics. So it's a bit not really. Here we go. Yeah. Did I do something else special? Yeah, I did just the short grain inside. Poplar. This one I'm working on. Yeah, this one really is one that I am trying to do so we can do poplars without having to wait 2 years. Yeah, it's a bit of a trade-off, I know, but that is the game that we play. Called Farming Simulator. Yes, it's got to be trade-off sometimes. So, I'm sure it was, we saw it, or it was definitely here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Why overlaps with another object? It could be this too close to the straw. That's not too terrible anyway. Yeah, I don't want it to be... We do want it a bit closer to the edge of the field, though. It was the corner. Yeah, so we don't care about the back. The front and getting past it, we do. That was not too terrible. Right, so we now need to get rid of those plants. Do a bit of grassy... Ooh, a bit of grassy colour. Yeah, went up one. I was going to say, what did I do? Grassy colour will do nicely. We need to, like, see... Oh, there's a lot of plants there. At least you can get rid of those green things this time. You couldn't in FS22. They were annoying. Yeah, very annoying. Those ones there, you could not get rid of them. You had to plough them and then plant. And it was the planting that got rid of them, would you believe? Very, very annoying. So that's another thing. And little things like that giants do that were annoying before and now you can sort of do them. I like that. No, we're not going there. So just leave the natural plants alone. They're fine. Let's just put a bit more grey down though. We've actually splashed. I think standard asphalt, I think. Yeah, ooh, it's dark asphalt. It's asphalt dusty, actually. Yeah, I think we need to go one more. Like so. Now we've gone, yeah, done it a bit longer, haven't we? That'll do me. It's not perfect, but then, yeah. So that will get watered. We do need some manure. Let's do this properly. Let's finish this off. If we're going to do a job, let's do it properly. All right, we could also, let's grab some water and do, yeah, one load, because it's right next to it, isn't it, really? That's just no excuse for, like, not filling that 30 tons of water. Because it should, that really should appear. It's very, very flat. That's another bit that I like about this patch that Cavalier Roy's done. So then let's grab one of the fence, because he's right near that. It's also fast, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, the Rabba's good for some things, but not so good. Yeah, all of the trailers are down there, aren't they? Let's go grab one of the trailers, a 37.5 tonner. So I want the 50 odd tonner up here. Yeah, even if its task was only ever to grab it for the manure, that's still a valid sort of task for it. The 37.5 tonner. I think it's 37.5 tonner. We've got the stayer on that. Why did we bring the fen? Because I was originally going for the 47 tonner, but now I changed my mind, as I frequently do, because it did make more sense actually to leave that one in the yard, because it's got a very fast unload, but not sillily fast. Yeah, I mean, not like Omatana's Fiery Dragons that go boom, gone. Yeah, that's. I mean, not saying she's silly either. No, that's a. You might get that from my inflection, but what I meant was it's to me a little bit too unrealistic. Again, that's what I'm saying. Omatana gets away with things that other modders. If you was your first mod, Omatana gets away with things that you would not get away with as a first modder, because she's got a reputation. She does do things like the. Are we going to buy some? I think, yeah, we are, because that is part of our business model. So we will buy some in from another farmer. Yeah, I recognise this. Obviously, there's a lot of modders like that, like Black Sheep Modding, will get away with things that no other modder would get away with through reputation. Your Giants wouldn't question the fact that Black Sheep Modding would do things, but he's earned that position, and that's what I'm saying. As a beginning modder, I think I need to start with something. Right, that needs repairing as well. Being as we're this close to that, it seems terribly sensible to actually repair it. Yeah, so I'm not having a go. I'm just saying that I've got to be careful, because I'm not a known modder. I have no history, so I think I've got to play the game, even though I hate doing that. I think I've got to play the game and go really for a very basic mod. I think I'm going to go for my Simple Sheds pack. And I might also design a very large one. I'm going to put in the notes, this shed was designed to have a very small skirt on purpose, so that it can be placed in areas that other sheds cannot be placed, and we'll see if we get away with that, because it's part of the description, as so they understand that it's not forgotten to do big blobs of concrete, but actually it's done on purpose. And then we shall see if we get away with it, or whether I get hammered. Watch this space, I should tell you. Oh, no, we also needed more manure. And we haven't got a buy points here, have we, actually? No, we have. Yeah, the beginning. So we went Tazza. Well, I was originally, again, this is me. I was going to originally get ours, and then I thought, yeah, but we use ours for the business. So I thought, well, other people sell cheap manure and they're not bothered about it. That's part of their, like, the thing that they do. So not sure if that's going to bash. No, it's fine. Yeah, another one of these wanted some manure. So while we're doing this task, we could like just top these up a little. One of them is quite low. Yeah, the super olive. Yeah, that's because it is super. Right, so... Now, that's... yeah, have I done some... I'll have to check this model. Have we ever put anything in it? I'm trying to think. Because it changed its shape, didn't it? It's like... No, that's the... Yeah, the super olive greenhouse is behind you. That's... We don't put manure in that. The oil factory, I don't think would thank you for manure, really. It would like... It would... It would make rather a mess inside, shall we say. So I think the workers working in that really wouldn't be very happy if I went and put some manure in. Luckily, it's not in the storage, right? So we're not quite right. This looks like it's higher. We're from a higher position. Yeah. It's a wheel's just now touching the same thing. It's because this is what Giant Saw is on about if you ever use B mode. It's more than that, though. The thing they don't tell you is it's the level around. Because if your truck is high, then it's going to be higher than the dump point. You need your wheels on the bit where it's so that the level becomes the same. I know it's terribly technical, but it is true. It's something that obviously, when I always considered myself a good player, but I was still lacking an awful lot of knowledge of little fine things that make you more of an expert than, you know, like a good player. I mean, I'm not calling myself an expert, but right. So I think I'm going to leave it there. We're down to 1.2 million. We bought, but that's because we bought another harvester. So we've got 2 potato harvesters and the specialist, of course, here. Yeah, that also does potatoes too. I worked very hard to get potatoes added to that because it said it did, but it really didn't. Now that is a point. Obviously potatoes have been added to harvesters, which means they're cutter headers, but they don't do it. I've got a cutter header that's it's just got vegetables on, and although there's that mod that adds the potato function and vegetables, 2 things, it still doesn't pick potatoes up. So yeah, that is a bit odd. It is really. Right, anyway, yeah, I'm going to say my goodbyes. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.